Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Mahavir Singh, Professor of Physics. Uh, Today we are going to discuss about the module second of lattice vibration and thermal properties second from the paper solid state physics. So students, let us see what we are going to learn in this module. Visualization of lattice dynamics with the help of simple lattice model. uh, Understand the basic phenomena of lattice vibration and extending the study of monatomic and diatomic lattice chain. Mathematically analyze the waves for displacements and frequency response. Relate the idea of dispersive and non-dispersive media. So media will play here important role, whether it is a dispersive, whether it is a non-dispersive. So definitely there is close relation between frequency and velocity, or frequency and wave number, and a consequence as acoustic and optical mode or optical branch. Lattice vibrations, in linked with the lattice vibration, to understand the crystal lattice dynamics, it is assumed that a crystal consists of a regular arrangement of atoms or molecules which are fixed at equilibrium position at absolute zero. But when there is a rise in temperature, these particles execute simple harmonically and vibrate about their mean position. And when we call a simple harmonically, that means the interatomic force which exists between the crystal lattice is directly proportional to the displacement. This is the precondition for the simple harmonic motion. But in the at later stage, we will come to know that uh, it is not harmonic, it is anharmonic, which play the real role in crystal lattice dynamics. The atoms are connected with each other by elastic springs such that each atom exerts a force on its neighboring atoms, and the vibrations so produced in the whole crystal are termed as lattice vibrations. So, the vibrations so produced in the whole crystal, uh, we call it as a lattice vibration, and the thermal energy present in the lattice vibration or elastic vibration of atoms in a solid under the influence of thermal gradient is looked at as series of superimposed sound waves or strain waves with a frequency spectrum. So, frequency spectrum is important when we look the in holistic way the elastic vibrations or lattice vibrations. So, frequency spectrum play the important role. The energy of each oscillator, which is harmonic oscillator, is quantized. This is important. It is not continuous, it is quantized, given by En equal to n plus half h nu. This half h nu is 0 point energy, which play sometime very crucial role that differentiate between classical physics and quantum physics. This 0 point energy, the energy change corresponding to transition from n1 to n2 is given by delta E equal to n2 minus n1 into h nu. It is accompanied by either emission or absorption of quantized thermal energy called phonon. So basically, phonon is nothing, it is quanta of lattice vibration, as photon is quanta of electromagnetic wave. So there is similarity, and phonon is kind of boson, so which follow the Bose-Einstein statistics. So the lattice vibration are thermally excited phonon that are the smallest energy of vibration, which require a medium to propagate and exhibit elastic wave behavior. So basically, medium is also important for the propagation of elastic wave. Phonon behave like a massless particle with energy h nu It does not carry any physical momentum, but it appears to interact as if carrying a momentum hk, more precisely called crystal momentum, where k is the wave vector of phonon. So first we are going to discuss lattice vibration in one-dimensional monatomic crystal, then lattice vibration in one-dimensional diatomic crystal. To understand the dynamics of lattice behavior, a simple model is proposed to make the relevant study. It is assumed that lattice is a periodic arrangement of particles in 3 dimensions connected to each other through massless spring execute simple harmonic motion. The particles are identical spheres of same mass, and there is no interaction between these particles except for nearest neighbors. They also obey the Hooke's law essentially, and for the sake of simplicity, the system is worked within harmonic approximation, that is within elastic limit. It is known fact that atoms in solid vibrate because of their thermal energy. Let us consider one-dimensional chain of atoms shown in figure forming a ring so that all atoms have similar environment. With the vibration of one atom, the disturbance travel through the chain, and say the displacement of nth atom from equilibrium position be xn, and xn minus 1 and xn plus 1 be the displacement of n minus 1th atom and n plus 1th atom respectively from their mean position. Meaning thereby, if we create some kind of disturbance atom on xn, so its nearest neighbor is xn plus 1 and x minus 1, so accordingly disturbance propagate throughout the chain. Let Fn be the force on nth atom after displacement due to its adjacent atom, and S be the spring constant. As we know that this force is directly proportional to displacement, because these are simple harmonic in nature. So Fn equal to S into xn plus 1 minus xn minus xn minus x minus 1 as shown in equation 2, and its corresponding equation can be expressed in terms of Newton's second law, m d square xn over dt square into capital S into xn plus 1 minus 2 xn minus 1 as shown in equation 3. Let the solution of this equation be of the form xn equal to a exponential I n k a minus omega t. This represents a travelling wave or progressive wave with atom oscillating at frequency omega and amplitude a. But remember, this amplitude should be small enough. Otherwise, this cannot be remain simple harmonic. So substitute equation 3 in equation 2, we get minus omega square capital M equal to 2s cos ka minus 1, which is further reduces to omega equal to 4s over capital M square root sin ka by 2. This equation 4 is a relation between angular frequency and wave vector k, is called dispersion relation for one-dimensional periodic lattice. The variation of omega with respect to k, which we call dispersion relation, is studied as under for small frequency. That is, when k approaches to 0, sin ka by 2 approaches to ka by 2. Therefore, omega is equal to square root of s by m ka, and expression for phase velocity is omega by k, and the group velocity, which is d omega by dk, comes out to be square root of s by m ka. So it is evident that for long wavelength or small frequency, the lattice behave as a continuum. Very important, it behaves as a continuum in small frequency range, that is wavelength is large or non-dispersive. So dispersion breaks in this frequency range and no dispersion take place. So it is expressed by dotted line in figure 3. When frequency is high, the phase velocity is 2 by k square root of s by m sin ka by 2, and the group velocity comes out to be a square root of s by m cos ka by 2, and medium behaves dispersive in nature. So dispersive character comes when frequency is high. And number 3 condition, maximum value of omega is achieved when ka by 2 is equal to pi by 2, and omega maximum comes out to be 2 square root of s by m, which is called cutoff frequency. And when k approaches to pi by 2, group velocity is 0 and there is no transfer of energy, and wave act as a standing wave. So one dimensional monatomic lattice allow frequency lying between 0 to omega max only. From the above discussion, it is concluded that the only wave that can propagate are one satisfying the following condition, that is -1 less than equal to sin ka by 2 less than equal to 1, or minus pi by a less than equal to k less than equal to pi by a. So this region of k values represent here is first Brillouin zone. So basically through Brillouin zone concept, we are basically putting the values, we are putting the limit of k between -1 and 1. So this region is first Brillouin zone, and for -2 pi by a less than equal to k or less than equal to 2 pi by a, the region is second Brillouin zone, and so on. And at a later stage, through this kind of concept, we can understand, the origination of band gap between valence band and conduction band through this Brillouin zone concept. So this is beautiful concept given by Brillouin, that is the permissible value for k given to free electron in crystal, which will be discussed at later stages. Then comes lattice vibration in one-dimensional diatomic crystal. Now instead of monatomic crystal, we take diatomic crystal. In case of one-dimensional diatomic, where two atoms per primitive cell form a linear chain, the underlying principle for describing vibrational modes is more or less same as that of monatomic lattice, but the only difference is the different masses of two atoms. So here masses are different, one is small m and other is capital M. Let the two masses be small m and capital M be the mass of odd number atoms and capital M the mass of even numbered atom, such that small m is less than capital M. So and a is the distance between immediate neighbors, small a. The distance between immediate atom is same as in linear monatomic lattice, as we discuss small a, but it is assumed that distance between similar atom is 2a, as shown in figure 5. Displacement of atoms in linear diatomic lattice shown in figure 5 clearly, where immediate neighbor atom is small a while atoms of same kind is 2a. Assuming immediate neighbor interaction alone, the equation of motion will be m d square xn over dt square s x 2n plus 1 minus 2 x 2n plus 2 plus x 2n plus 1 bracket close, and small m d square x 2n plus 1. So small m is associated with 2xn plus 1 over dt square equal to capital S x 2n minus 2 x 2n plus 1 plus x 2n plus 2. The probable solution of these equations are expressed as x2n equal to capital A exponential minus I omega t minus 2n ka, and x2n plus 1 equal to capital B exponential minus iota omega t minus 2n plus 1 ka. A and B are amplitudes of different masses. Remember, these amplitudes should be within limit. Masses capital M and small m. Solving equation 5 and 6 and find their solution, that is capital M omega square minus 2s into capital A plus 2bs cos k equal to 0, and m omega square minus 2s capital A plus 2bs cos k equal to 0. If we solve these equations 7 and 8, we have a non-trivial solution. If this m omega square minus 2s cos k a and 2 cos 2s cos k m omega square minus 2as equal to 0. Solving this matrix for omega square, we get two possibility, that is omega square equal to capital S into 1 by small m plus 1 by capital M plus minus capital S into 1 by small m plus 1 by capital M square minus 4 sine square Ka minus m capital M square root. This is dispersion relation for one-dimensional diatomic lattice. It is observed that unlike monoatomic lattice, the frequency here obtained has two components. One is omega plus and other is omega minus. So basically, in the case of monatomic lattice dispersion, there is only one frequency, but here we have a two frequency component. This is the basic difference between diatomic and monatomic, and omega plus comes out to be 4s into 1 by small m plus 1 by capital M square root, and omega minus equal to 0 for k equal to plus minus pi by 2a, and omega plus equal to 2s by small m square root and omega minus equal to 2s by capital M square root. So their solution are expressed figure 6 in beautiful way. This lower band is acoustic in character and upper band is optic in nature. So allowed frequency are split into two branches. The lower branch is as shown is acoustic, which lie in the acoustic region, and upper branch which sometimes lie in IR region for molecular vibration. So this is known as optical branch. Now considering equation 7 and 8, the amplitude ratio, that is capital A by capital B for k equal to approaches to 0, implies that cos ka is equal to 1, and we get capital A by capital B equal to minus capital M by small m. So this is important, that if we go through equation 10, this omega plus band, omega plus depends upon mass of lighter particle and omega minus depends upon mass of heavier particle. So basically mass is also playing crucial role in order to understand the dispersion of diatomic case. So basically this ratio of capital A by capital B, which is equal to minus m by small m, if we put m equal to m, then A by B is equal to minus 1, indicating that two masses move opposite to each other as in the transverse wave. We know that when we discuss the electromagnetic wave, which is transverse in character, where electric field vibrate perpendicular to the magnetic field with respect to direction of propagation, same is the case here. Optical mode, they vibrate perpendicular with each other, and there are two modes of vibration associated with capital M and small m. Corresponding acoustic and optical branches are shown in figure 7. In acoustic wave for long wavelength, k approaches to 0 implies that cos ka approaches to 1 minus k square a square by 2. Hence the ratio of A by B comes out to be capital M by M. So for m equal to m, A by B is equal to 1. They are in phase, indicating their neighboring atom vibrate in same direction, that is longitudinal wave. So this reason, that is why this is called acoustic branch. So in acoustic branch they are in phase, and in optical branch they are out of phase. Also we notice that between two branches there exists a band gap, forbidden gap, where there are no possible solution in this frequency range as shown in figure 8, such that larger the ratio, wider is the forbidden gap. So for m equal to small m, branches become degenerate as band disappear. So band disappear when masses are of equal, as in the case of monatomic lattice. Now dispersion relation for three-dimensional crystal, as we know that when we discuss about dispersion relation of one-dimensional monatomic or one-dimensional diatomic, uh, we find their dispersion relation. But when we discuss this three-dimensional dispersion, everything is same, but here additional parameter make it complicated. But that additional parameter is the direction, that is the polarization. So the properties of dispersion relation, uh, it is applicable for three-dimensional also, but it is little bit complicated if we compare it with one-dimensional dispersion. So dispersion in two-dimensional or three-dimensional is different in the way, because here additional parameter is the polarization. However, the this additional parameter which polarization means, that is we include the concept of direction. But the basic difficulty in developing the lattice dynamics in 3D space lattice involves very complex mathematics. But qualitatively, for simple cubic lattice, the normal mode solution, the normal mode solution may be written as un equal to uh, a capital A, which is amplitude, exponential iota k dot r minus omega t. So here this k, it is wave number which is linked with direction. So it is linked with the direction, and this amplitude is also linked with the direction. So because of the inclusion of direction, its mathematics is little complex, and here dispersion relation are also same, but it's split into three parts. It's split into three category, that is one associated with kx, another associated with ky, another associated with kz. And in the case of one dimensional, whereas direction is not included, but in three dimensional we include the direction. That is why here dispersion are split into three types, whether it is in acoustic mode, whether it is in optical mode. So their dispersion relation are split into three different parts. As we find when we discuss about the solution of this plane wave solution, where k specify wave number. So in addition with wavelength, then and direction of propagation is important in three dimension, and capital A, which represent the amplitude in one dimension. But here in addition with amplitude, direction is also linked with capital A, and small r is also position vector. Accordingly, three dispersion relation are obtained, whereas in case of one dimension there was only one dispersion relation between omega and k, but here there are three different dispersion relation linked with kx, ky, kz, and also it further split as in the case of diatomic for acoustic and optical branches, which is shown in figure. So students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. The study of solids can be done on an isolated system of particle, cannot be done on an isolated system of particle, but at an entire crystal determined its behavior. So entire crystal is important here. Isolation is not important, isolation of atom. So the concept of harmonic motion of atom at their mean position, which is simple harmonic in nature, and lattice vibrations of monoatomic and diatomic crystal structure is also studied in detail. The concept of continuum and dispersive medium is understood in context to lattice dynamics and the consequence of frequency responses, giving the idea of acoustic and optic mode of vibration. Uh, Optical mode preferably lie in IR region and far IR region, which justify the molecular vibration. Uh, the concept of quantized lattice vibration, that is the existence of phonon, helps to explain a number of properties of solids, especially specific heat near absolute zero. The dispersive curve near k equal to 0, that is in the long wavelength limit, is linear. Now this is important, it is linear, it is periodic, and it is also symmetric. So this curve saturate at large value of k. When we discuss about dispersion of monatomic or diatomic, So this linearity, periodicity and symmetry is important. Under the low wavelength limit, the lattice act as a low pass filter. So omega lying between 0 and omega m. So omega m is the maximum frequency and 0 is the minimum frequency. Within this range, frequency are transmitted. So this is transmitted, while higher frequency, it is all frequencies are attenuated. And near k equal to 0, both phase velocity and group velocity are equal. They are equal at k is equal to 0, but at k equal to pi by 2, group velocity is 0 and phase velocity is non-zero. So this is also important. When it is equal to pi by 2, then group velocity, there is no contribution of group velocity, but phase velocity is there. So this is all about this second module.